Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan is taking questions from a dozen Indian journalists. He was invited for the interaction. The event has been organized a day after Imran Khan infuriated India by raking up the issue of Kashmir during the Kartarpur Foundation stone laying ceremony. As per the latest that's coming in, he is in an attempt to converse further with the Indian journalists. It remains to be seen if Khan will take serious questions or will simply try to peddle the Pakistani propaganda. Even more interestingly, it's a test of determination of the Indian journalists whether the Indian contingent can and will grill the new Pakistan Prime Minister, who has been lecturing India on peace without shutting down the terror factories operating on Pakistani soil. Let's go straight across now to our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik, who's joining us on the broadcast. Anas, tell us a little bit more about the agenda of that meeting. Is it still underway? And what have you been able to gather so far? It's also coming just hours after Imran Khan had raked up the issue of Kashmir while trying to say that Pakistan is very keen on holding dialogue, when at the same time India's External Affairs Minister has made it very clear that talks and terror cannot go hand in hand.
Well, yes, Molly, the meeting is currently ongoing. There are about 22 Indian journalists who travel from India to Pakistan to cover the Kartarpur corridor earth-breaking ceremony, and they were flown to Islamabad last night, and they're currently in a meeting with the Pakistani Prime Minister, Mr. Imran Khan, at the Pakistani Prime Minister office. We're yet to see the official contents, an official press release on that, but sources confirmed that the time of the meeting was 3 p.m., so it's roughly 3:38 minutes into the meeting. We're yet to hear on what is the agenda of this meeting. What we understand is that the visiting Indian journalists, they had a lot on their plate, and they had a lot of questions that they would had ideally wanted the Prime Minister to offer him to answer them himself. The reason the Pakistani Minister of Information, as a goodwill gesture, arranged this meeting. Now it does come in the wake of those comments on Kashmir, but as to how Pakistani pundits and Pakistani political analysts and commentators see it, they say that the comment from the Indian side was a bit uncalled for, primarily because Pakistani Prime Minister did not emphasize on Kashmir and the fact that Kashmir is an ongoing issue between Pakistan and India. It remains a reality. The reason it is essential to be talked about whenever there is a discussion of bilateral talks between Pakistan and India, and as a reason of which the Pakistani Prime Minister made a passing comment on it. Now, earlier today, the Pakistani Prime Minister also chaired a federal cabinet meeting. This was the 13th federal cabinet meeting that has taken place since the time Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has taken charge of the office since 19th of August. And in that meeting, it was part of the agenda to approve and to extend to give the status of interim province to Gilgit-Baltistan. However, that has been postponed due to the unavailability of the law minister. Yes, Molly.
Right, Anas, also the Pakistan Prime Minister has attracted a lot of criticism for, on one hand, trying to suggest that it's very keen on holding dialogue with India. On the other hand, raking up the issue of Kashmir, also trying to give out mixed signals when it comes to the issue. We'll try and reconnect with Anas, but as he was just pointing out, that is...
Yeah.
All right, we do have Anas back with us. Anas, as I was just saying, the controversy that Imran Khan's comments yesterday had generated, what has the Pakistani media been saying about the very fact that Imran Khan chose that platform to rake up the issue of Kashmir, to also try and suggest that Jodh Singh Sidhu should actually try and contest elections in Pakistan, so on and so forth?
Well, Pakistani media has been with a very hands-on approach. They've been taking a jibe at the Indian media precisely for highlighting this particular part of the Pakistani Prime Minister's speech. They say that the Indian media has not been able to understand the larger context of his speech, and we spoke to some officers at the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they were pretty disgruntled at the fact that the Indian side chose out and actually spoke up against Pakistani Prime Minister taking up the issue of Kashmir. Now, what we understand and what the commentary has been in the Pakistani media is, which is what they believe is factual, that Kashmir remains the key problem of Pakistan-India relations, and until that is resolved, no talks can take place without Kashmir. And that is the reason Imran Khan, the Pakistani Prime Minister, just mentioned a line or two and not more. He did not emphasize. His address was was not emphasized on Kashmir. His address was rather focused on building bilateral relations. He particularly pointed out at leaving the past behind and moving forward, and that is what the Pakistani media's focus has been all in all. So clearly, if when the MES statement came in, it was not played much, but when discussed in the Pakistani media, the media fraternity or even political commentators or the pundits, they say that it was too uncalled for the MEA or the Indian side to issue to particularly pick point that the point that Imran Khan raised on Kashmir and raise it into their press release. Yes, Molly.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment. Anas, thanks very much indeed for helping our viewers understand what that meeting with the Indian journalists is all about and what is expected to pan out over the next few hours. As we just discussed, Imran Khan raking up the issue of Kashmir and making those remarks that he did during the foundation stone laying ceremony in Kartarpur yesterday had attracted massive criticism for Imran Khan's choice of statements and also choice of the issues that he tried to portray during such an event.